Alright guys, hello and welcome back to another video on the channel. Now have you guys ever played AFK Arena? Well, today we're going to be playing the sequel to that game by the same developers of Firelight Studios, which is going to be AFK Journey. We're going to be playing the PC client today, and I want you to keep in mind guys, this is a beta test of the game, so the game is not out yet, so any bugs or issues you see, it's because it's a beta. But that being said, I haven't really encountered much in terms of that yet, and I've been playing for quite a few hours now. Anyways guys, let's jump straight into things. Leave a like, and potentially subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. Let's jump straight into things. Let's go now. Alrighty guys, so this is the game. So we have a little character on the map here, which is our little player character. You can view that kind of by clicking up here, and this is the player character. You get to customize this. It's very basic, so keep that in mind. But essentially the way this game works is like this overworld kind of map here, and you can explore and go through different areas. And it was something that I was actually kind of surprised about, with the world exploration. It's actually pretty good, and the visuals for this game are honestly very stylized and very, very nice. I quite enjoyed it a lot. As you can see, we have other little players wandering around the world too. But think of this like if you've ever played AFK Arena, the first game, how that map kind of works in that game. But instead of just clicking on a stage and going through 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, instead you walk through the world, you do exploration, and then you get to 1-1. Then you do more world exploration, opening chests, fighting enemies, and then you get to 1-2. Think of it like that. That's essentially the way this kind of works. Honestly, it offers a much, much better experience overall. And the PC client for this game is kind of dope as hell, as you can see right here. Alrighty, so we're going to be doing a few summons a little later on in the video, so if you guys want to see that, make sure you stay around until the end of the video. But enough dawdling, let's just jump straight into some combat. I'm going to go find an enemy to fight. Okay, we found an enemy to fight. I may not be able to do this one, we're just going to do it anyways, but essentially the way this game works is you have your team in the middle of the field kind of thing here. And as you can see, there's different formations for the map. There's this grid kind of thing, and there can be different enemy placements, and you can see who they're attacking. So formation in this game, as well as team synergies and setup, really, really matters. So for example, these two, this guy here and this guy here are my my tanking kind of units, or my warrior kind of units. So I want them to be soaking up most of this aggro. So I, for example, do not want these characters up the front. I want these two soaking up the damage. Now, what's likely going to happen here is, because there's these walls, which are these arena kind of things you have to deal with, what's going to happen is this enemy is going to stay here, these two are going to come down this side, and these two are going to come down this side, which is likely what's going to happen. So positioning is very, very important. But you also have your character list here, which you can swap in and out, and I'm just going to hide my camera for a second quickly here. You also have these buffs that you can get. So I've got one that restores HP periodically, which is a very, very useful buff, especially for the point of the game I'm in right now. But that's essentially one of the things. Now, how this combat works, if you've never played an AFK Arena game or just any idle game before, you just kind of sit back, you let things kind of play out. We can turn on manual gameplay, which is basically just involves us clicking abilities to use them, but I'm just going to keep this in order because this is what most of these games are kind of like. We're probably going to lose this, by the way, because my team kind of isn't really geared up for this properly. So I reckon we're probably not going to be living this one. No, okay, that's a dead. Okay, so one of the things of this game is you're going to be clearing through the game at a pace, and then what's going to happen is you're going to hit a wall like I kind of have right now, and then what you're required to do is either one, grind resources through the AFK style mode, or just continue kind of getting resources in different ways, and then eventually break through that wall, and then continue playing for a bit, and then hit another wall, and then grind more resources, and then keep going, and then hit that's how these games essentially work. So as you can see, I'm slowly generating resources while I'm not doing things. This will also happen while I'm offline as well. And as you can see here, there's different stages to these as well. The further the stage I get through, the more resources I will get for doing these. It's very, very self-explanatory. And as you can see, that tells me the enemy teams, and you get some information for things as well. All in all though, very, very smooth experience for grinding out resources in this game. In addition to that, there's a boatload of rewards you can be claiming throughout the entirety of the game. So they have the essentially equivalent to a battle pass here, which you can claim. There's a ton of good resources for, even on the free track. There's a bunch of resources. You got some premium summit tickets there as well, which we'll get into that later. In addition to that, there is a cash up in the game for the beta, but it's obviously I'm just not even going to bother with that. We'll see what that happens when we actually get to it. As you can also see, there's also a daily login event for the beta as well, which will get a free legendary character, I think they're called. Anyway, a free character essentially at the end of this pass. Now, I don't know if this is going to be available during the actual game. I'm just going to say very likely, probably not. The reason why is, put in perspective, that's a 10 pull, that's a 20 pull, that's essentially 45 pulls plus a free highest rarity character. So yeah, I doubt that. I doubt they're going to be just giving us all this. If they do though for free when the game launches, that'd be awesome. But I kind of doubt they're going to do that. It doesn't really make sense. But that's a lot of resources just there. So I'd likely suggest that that's probably for the beta. So don't pay that any attention to that. It remains to be seen whether that's actually going to be something we will be seeing. Let's go with the character screen. You kind of just showed me. I kind of just showed a little bit of it there. But essentially, the way this game kind of works is you have your main team here, and all your other characters that are not on the main team that you can put into your team will level sync to the lowest level character on this Hands of Resonance, essentially, which is really good because it means you don't have to level up all your characters necessarily. Secondly, the other great thing about this game, what you normally have to do in a lot of these games, is you have to farm equipment sets for every single character individually. In this game, it doesn't work that way. Instead of farming them for every single character individually, you farm them just for the class itself, and that class will, all characters that fall under the tank class, for example, will get all the equipment for that. All the characters that fall under the support class will get the equipment for that, and so on and so on. And I'm actually realizing right now, I thought this dude was a tank up here. I actually probably need to use one of my tank units. I didn't realize he wasn't a tank. Anyways. In addition to that, you also have your artifacts here, which can be leveled up and upgraded, as you can see. These essentially will just be periodic buffs that will happen throughout the course of the battle. And they're very, very useful. As you can see, there's a few of them, so these are going to be useful in your just your general gameplay. In addition to that, we also have guilds. I have not created one yet. I will kind of look into that more when the game actually launches. In addition to that, we also have the battle modes screen. So we have AFK stages, but we also have arena and a few other different modes that I have not even close to unlocking yet. But anyways, let's check out some arena, because we might as well. So there's also this main kind of city hub area. If you played AFK Arena, this will be a very familiar kind of thing to you. I haven't even touched PvP yet, so let's just give this a go. I'm going to fight you, and let's see if we can win this. I'm not sure if we're going to. I'm realizing now I need to set up a tank on my team. I thought I had one, but apparently I don't. Alrighty, so it's looking like we're potentially going to win this. Another thing with this game, skill animations are actually pretty nice as well. They're actually not too bad in general, which kind of surprised me. I wasn't expecting this game to have such nice skill animations. Like, this just looks kind of good. And then he just one like summons like a big boy. She's my actual natural kind of like legendary character I got. I kind of upgraded a little bit. So the way this game kind of works in terms of characters as well is, in addition to the equipment, there's two essentially ways that you upgrade your characters. The first, for example, if we go to her, is you upgrade the level. You'll hit certain caps at the level that will unlock new skills or abilities and stuff, and then you'll continue leveling them up. You also will get duplicates from things, and these is how you can upgrade rarity of characters. Currently they're an elite, then they'll become an elite plus, and then after that, they will become a legendary, epic, and then epic plus, and then so on and so on. There's a few more like tiers to this, I think, as well. Ascended to supreme plus, so I believe that's might be the highest. Maybe there's another tier up for characters that are naturally, supreme plus is the highest tier. Yeah, that's the kind of upgrade path, and usually in these games, they give you a lot more summons than normal games, just so you free-to-play players have a chance to be able to like properly catch up with and be able to upgrade your characters fully. So duplicates are a thing in this game. They can be required, but usually these games are pretty decent at giving you those pretty much out for free. Alrighty, so that's the kind of game. I'm going to do more videos on this soon, but we're going to check out some summons right now. So let's just jump into the Mystical House. This is where you're going to be doing your summons. We can go to the Noble Tavern. So as you can see, I have a few bit of currency built up, so we're going to do some pulls right now. So let's go. We'll do one temple. I think we've got enough to do 2 temples and maybe a couple singles, so we'll see. But we're looking for an orange beam of light here. Alright, that's unfortunate. At least a couple purples though, we'll take it. Duplicates will be nice at this point of the game for me. That's kind of helpful for the upgrades. Alright, so we got an Eddie duplicate. I already kind of had him. Also, I just really like the character artwork in this game. I feel like they managed to capture the style of the first AFK Arena game pretty perfectly in the new 3D art style. And the thing I love about it is it's just all the characters are just really unique. You don't really see character designs like this in many other games. Which makes me really happy because I like uniqueness in my games. It gets very stale sometimes seeing the same characters, same feeling kind of characters repeated, over and over and over and over again. So anyways, all right, I believe we have enough to do another one. So let's do, all right, let's pop another ticket of a temple. Let's get it going. So it seems like it's 2,700 of the gems, diamonds, whatever they're called in this game to get to get a temple. But it looks like we got oh, he's cool. Okay, so it looks like we got an epic character, which is awesome. So let's see what they are. Do keep in mind as well, guys, any interface bugs you're seeing, you're not usually meant to play the PC client in widescreen. It's usually in portrait, but there's a way you can play the game in widescreen. So if you see any like weird like interface things like this, it's just because you're not technically meant to do what I'm doing right now. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's see what this legendary character is going to be. Sorry, epic character. Is this the epic character? Yep, okay, that's the epic character. So we got Rowan, okay. Honestly, I don't really care about him. It doesn't look that cool. There are some really cool characters that I want, but apparently we're not going to get them just yet. Okay, that's awesome. All right, cool. So that's all my pull. So we unlocked the wish list now. So now we can wish list certain characters. I actually kind of want this dude at some point. But yeah, essentially there's different elemental factions with different weaknesses and strengths, but we also got 2 more pulls here. So let's pop a couple here and see if we can get something here. Okay, that's fat load nothing. Let's go another one. Okay, nothing across the board. Alrighty. But yeah, guys, that's essentially AFK Arena for now. Honestly, very enjoyable game. Been having a great time playing it so far. I'm really liking these menu screens and just the level of polish that's been put into this game. Like, for example, different factions will have different backgrounds on the character screen, depending on what faction they are. So, like, I like little details and touches like that, and I think that's really, really good when they do that in games. But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed. I'll be making more videos on this game very soon. So if you guys want to see more, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll definitely be playing this game when it eventually launches globally. So yeah, anyways guys, have a good one, see you later, bye.
After all, Elio didn't put it in the script. Why would it matter? Well,